Welcome back. Today's class will be a glutes focused class. All you need is your mat and your body. We're gonna get started lying down on your back. Just rolling on down. Feet flat on the mat. Shoulders broad and wide. Lengthen your arms long by your sides. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, start to soften the ribs down. Gently pull the navel back and give me a little scoop and curl of the tailbone, flattening your low back to the mat. And then you're gonna inhale, rock the pelvis back to neutral. Good, so again, you exhale, draw belly button to spine. You're gonna scoop the low abdominals and just curl your tailbone under. And then inhale, pelvis back to neutral. And you'll do that a few more times. Just warming up that lower lumbar. And finding our deep core muscles to initiate that. So try not to grip in the hips or use your glutes to do the pelvic rock. Last few times, and we'll add on. Pause when you're in your pelvic curl. You're gonna press down to the feet and you're gonna lift your seat up towards the ceiling. Pause at the top. Keep those front ribs knitting in and down. And again, a nice little tuck at the top. Squeeze your cheeks at the top and then use the exhale to melt your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Inhale to neutral. And then again, imprint the spine, scooping the low abs in and you grounding down to those feet. Squeeze the cheeks at the top. And then use that exhale. Check in with the broad shoulders, wide collarbones, melt the spine down. Just do a few more. One more nice and plain here. Just feeling that connection from glute to hamstring. And no rush at all, but the next time you come up into your bridge, you're gonna hold up in the bridge. Press down to the feet, take a pause, and then on your breath in, you're gonna heavy your tail towards the mat, finding a neutral spine, and then tuck the tail and squeeze your glutes at the top. So your pelvis untucks, and you're gonna tuck and squeeze it at the top. And you'll continue to do that a few more times. Using that exhale, just squeeze at the top. Here we are for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Pause at the top, take a breath. Abdominals drawing in and out, tuck and roll all the way down. Last set, press down to the feet, meet me right back up there. Good, this time, keeping the pelvis lifted, you wanna lift those heels with control and then lower the heels down with control. Heels peel off the mat, heels lower down. We'll just do a few more here. Pressing down into all 10 toes, but especially those big toes. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with the heels up. We'll repeat that same lower and lift of the pelvis. Pelvis lowers halfway and lifts. Lowers and lifts. Keep stretching those knees forward. Keep zipping those abs up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, hips stay lifted, hold. Drop the heels, and then slowly melt your spine down with control. Really nice, extend your legs long out underneath you. Float the arms up, take a breath. And you're gonna exhale, nod the chin, and you're gonna roll up to a seated position. We're gonna cross our ankles and come to an all fours position. So in the all fours position, measure out knees underneath the hips, shoulders over those wrists. Just take a few rounds of cat-cows. One more. You're gonna find a nice neutral spine here. We'll start with the left leg. So extend your left leg back, float it up at hip height. From here, you're gonna draw that knee in towards your chest and then extend it back on your exhale. Knee pulls in and extends out. Keep going here. You have another 5, 4, keep those shoulder blades nice and broad on the back. 3, 2. One more. You're gonna hold it up, tiny pulses up, up, just up. Nice square hips to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause with that leg on the ground. Stomp it down, tuck your right toes under, hover that right knee about 2 inches off the mat. From here, you're gonna pike those hips up to the ceiling, take a breath, and then you'll come back to this three-legged plank. So you're gonna pike those hips up and come out, shoulders over those wrists. Adding on, pike, come forward, lift your left leg up, lower your left leg down. Again, we pike, we come forward, left leg lifts and lowers. Just a few more. Keep those hips square to the floor. 2 more. Last time. You're gonna hold that left leg up and return with that knee in and out. Knee in, knee out. You have 7, 6, 5, keep those shoulders over your wrists. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold, place it down, knee down, child's pose. Nice work. Big breath in and big breath out. You're gonna meet me on your right hip and right forearm. So just stack the legs here. Bottom leg is gonna stay bent and your top leg is gonna extend long out underneath you. From here, the top leg is gonna lift at hip height. Abdominals again drawing in. Keep that length through both sides of that waist and start to lift that left leg up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. I always like to cue tail in the wind, and your ribs are hugging in to support that. Just keep pulsing that left leg up and down. A few more, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with that leg up, flex that foot. You're gonna externally rotate those legs, that left leg, so it turns out, and then internally rotate toes to the floor. Externally rotating left leg, internally rotating it. Just do a few more here. Really spiraling that left inner thigh towards the wall in front of you. Last 3. The movement's super small. And 2. Good, 1 more. Leg is parallel to that floor, sweep it forward, and then sweep it back. Sweep it forward, sweep it back. You're here for 6, 5, 4. Keep slicing that leg back, feeling a nice extension to that left hip. 2. 1 more. Hold that leg back. You're gonna bend it in and kick it forward. Sweep it back, bend. Keep that leg at hip height as best you can. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last time. Reverse it. Bend and bend back, not too far back, and forward. 4. As much as you can keep that pelvis controlled. 3, 2. Last time, hold it forward and breathe for 3. Lift that leg a little higher. 2, 1, and rest it down. Nice work. Swing those knees open. Again, we're on that right forearm. You're gonna lift those hips up and open up that top knee. And then you're gonna lower those hips down. You're gonna exhale, lift, and then inhale, dip the hips. Keep that bottom hip pressing gently forward. We're here for 6, 5. Keep lengthening head away from tail for 4, 3, 2. And all you're gonna do is hold that up. Maybe your left arm extends, maybe your left leg extends. Just hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Meet me on all 4s facing the other side. So again, you could do a few cat-cows. Just Rinsing that away before we get to that other side. We're gonna start with our left leg, right leg this time. So bend that right knee. You're gonna extend your right leg straight out behind you. From here, press evenly into both palms. You're gonna pull that right knee in towards your chest and then press it back, exhale. Right knee draws in and right leg extends out. Imagine you push that right foot through a wall behind you. So activate that heel, flex to ankle. We're going for another 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold that right leg long and strong, tiny pulses. Up. Again, maintaining hips square to the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Right foot stomps down, left toes tuck under. From here, hover that left knee. You're gonna crease up those hips, pike your hips up. Come back forward, shoulders over the wrist, and lift your right leg up. Right leg touches down. You pike. You come forward, lift your right leg up, plant it down. Just a few more here. Three more. 2, 1 more. Try to hold that left knee hovering the floor and you repeat that knee in and out. In and out. Keep that left knee hovering for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out on 1. Good, and rest it down. Nice work. Big breath in and a nice breath out. Meet me on your left hip. Left forearm, bottom leg bent, top leg extended long. We're gonna float it up at hip height, lengthen through that right side of your waist, and start to lift your right leg up an inch and down an inch. Nice strong back of your left shoulder, keeping the collarbone broad. And I mentioned this on the other side, if your neck is cranky, just turn your head to the floor. Good. Be mindful of those floating ribs. Just soften them in and down. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, pause with that leg up, flex the foot. Externally rotating that thigh, and then internally rotating. So make sure the right hip doesn't change. It's just that femur bone moving in the socket, turning out and turning in. And you'll notice one side's got lesser range than the other, and just accept it. Each side is different. A few more. 2 more. 1 more, don't drop that leg. Keep it parallel to the floor as you sweep it forward. Take a breath in, and then slice it back. Exhale, forward, and reach it back. Only go as forward as you can keep your pelvis neutral. Getting a nice crease in that right hip. Last 2. Last one, hold it back, bend at the knee, keep it at hip height, and then kick it forward. Exhale, back, bend, and extend. 4 more in this direction. Good. 3, 2, 1 more. Pause it forward, reverse it back, not too far back, and back around. Then extend and forward. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it forward, take a breath, lift a little higher for 3, just hold it, 2, rest it down. Nice work. Swing those knees open, prop those hips up, and open up that top leg, little climb, and then rest the hips down, right back up, exhale up, and inhale, rest. Just
Just a few more here. Really squeezing that bottom glute. Keep that top hip stacked. Press those hips forward. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, you're gonna hold those hips up. Maybe your right arm extends over the head. Maybe your right leg extends in opposition. Just hold and breathe for 3. Keep that pelvis up. Last 2. 1, and rest it down. Awesome work. So, meet me back towards the front end of your mat, and we'll meet in a high plank. Have your feet a little wider than you. You're gonna press down to those hands, and then bend both knees. Both knees are hovering the ground now, and then press out to your plank. Inhale, bend, and exhale, extend. Really think of flaring your sit bones here at the bottom. Squeeze those glutes at the plank. Arrive. You have 3. You have 2. 1 more. You're gonna hold that plank, take a big breath in, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk out that dog, softening one knee and the other, and you'll meet me in the middle of your mat. Nice little forward fold here. Heavy that head, slight bend of the knees. You're gonna slowly roll yourself up to standing. Cool. So in your standing series, short and sweet, feet are hip distance apart. We'll start with that right leg reaching all the way back. So step that right leg back. You can reach your arms forward, hands on your hips, hands across your heart. This is a good medium ground, so let's soften that back knee. A little tuck of the tail. Good, and you're just gonna have to pulse. Pulse. Nice controlled pulse down a few inches and up a few inches. So as we're here, I want you to really press down into all 4 corners of that left foot, right? Nice. We're here for 4. We're gonna add on 3. We're gonna stay low in 2. Stay low. We're gonna extend that back leg and hinge our torso forward. And then rebend that back knee. You're gonna come and bring the torso upright. So you're gonna hinge forward and back. Forward and back. Just a few more. Good. Keep really hugging that left outer hip in. Last 2. Last 1. Now hold. Reach those arms back as if it was pulling you from your wrist. You're gonna soften that back knee. You're gonna tap that right foot to the outside of your mat, tap it back behind you, and stand it up. Leg goes back, crosses your midline, and you stand it up. So you're gonna continue doing this work, keeping those hips square to the wall in front of you. And if you'd like to have a physical challenge, you're gonna bring that right leg to tabletop. So you step it back, step it across to tabletop. Again, arms are yours. Just try to balance on that left side, all the way up. About 3 more, take your time. 2 more, 2. Last time. You'll meet me standing up, take a breath. If that right leg is in tabletop, keep it up. If it's not, try it up and just hold those arms up for 5. Can you lift your knee a little higher for 4? Try not to lean back, lean forward. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Shake it out. Second side, here we go. Just shift that weight into the right foot. Step your left leg back. Again, a little breath under those pits if your arms are crossed. Soften the back knee, a little tuck of the tail, and we're just pulsing here. Getting a nice extension of that left hip, left glute is strong, and firmly pressing that right foot into the ground. Keep your eyes straight ahead, not down. Only coming up because you're driving down into that right foot. Just a few more. Now, stay low, kickstand that back leg, you're gonna hinge forward. And then come back upright. Back leg extends, you hinge, deeply creasing that right hip. And then come back upright. Continue here. Being mindful that that right hip is hugging in and back towards the wall behind you. Heart rate's going up. And you might feel a little more stable in this leg, like I said. We're very different on each side. And if you aren't, you're very lucky. Last two. Last time, you're gonna hinge, hold, arms back, soften that back knee. You're gonna take it across you, behind you, and step it up. We step it back, cross, back, stand it up. So again, if it's helpful to bring your hands to heart center to keep that chest up, try it out. I'm bringing my left leg to tabletop. You could just tap the foot to the floor. Woo. Back. It's a few moves, so take your time in each one. A few more. Last two. Last one. Meet me, hopefully with that left leg in tabletop. Reach the arms up, keep your heart up, and look straight ahead. 3, lean a little forward. Last 2, knee a little higher. 1, and rest it down. Stay where you are. Take a big breath in, and just nod the chin, and just take one more roll down. Heaving down here. Bend those knees, meet me in your last plank. This time, zip those legs together. As if you had one foot, one leg, reach the chest forward. Good. Can we just hover our right toes off the floor? Good. And place it back down. Left toes, just point. And back down. Just a few more. Keep those hips low. Good. Next time your right leg's up, you're just gonna pulse it up. Up, up. Good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step down, left toes, little pulse, little pulse. Reach the center of the chest forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, knees wide. Bravo. All done. I'll leave you with a quick figure 4 stretch. You can stretch on your own. Good, just make sure that right ankle is flexed. You can always take your figure 4 down to the ground. Good, and just keep that chin parallel to the floor. One more breath here. Exhaling. And then switch out the legs. Right foot down, left leg. Awesome work, everyone. Hope you're feeling those glutes.